Okay, so um, getting ready to duplicate, there's a couple things you have to think about. I always mess it up first and then have to go back and figure it out. So this is what you have to think about. Even though we want to have six of them total, when we duplicate, we only need to make five. So we have to think about how much space will there be for five more? How far apart will they be? So the total distance here is 150 millimeters. So over here, 150 millimeters. So I need 150. But the edge of it is not going to be, we don't want the edge hanging off. So we actually need to subtract the width of this last one from the total distance. So I'm going to take 150 minus, and these each are 3 millimeters wide. 3. And that equals 147. I'm trying to find out the total distance that I need to cut into these five spaces. These five spaces. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's supposed to be a 3. Okay. So now I take 147 and divide that by 3. 147, not 3, by 5. 5 spaces. 147 divided by 5. And, I could figure it out, or I could go to my calculator and find out that it's 29.4 millimeters. .29 and 4/10 millimeters. So now that I have this information, I can go into TinkerCAD and duplicate them exactly how far I want. So let's do that. All right, so now I'm in TinkerCAD again, and I'm going to select my original stick thing, and I'm going to press Control D on my keyboard, or one of these buttons is a duplicate. Yeah, you can duplicate. It's called duplicate and repeat, which is actually the thing we're going to do. So duplicate, Control D, that actually places the exact copy in the exact same spot as the original one. So I need to grab onto it and pull it away. Now, if you grab onto it, it's going to go wherever. Unless you hold the Shift key, it will snap it into the plane, the same kind of level or whatever, the plane that it's on. And I want this distance to be 29 and 4/10. So I'm going to let go and click 29.4. Enter, and that puts it exactly where I want it. Now I just need to press Control D again until all of my copies are in. This brings it right up to the edge of my 150 millimeter kind of main piece. Hopefully you get how to do that math. You have to subtract the width and then divide by how many spaces you want. Okay, so that's done. Now I just need to have this little hole right here, which should be not a problem. I'm going to use the hole tool, or the box, and I'm just going to make it the size that I want it. So it's going to be 10 millimeters wide and 5 millimeters deep. The height doesn't actually matter as long as it's greater than the total height. Now I'm going to use the align tool again, but first I'm going to select all of these red ones and group them together so that none of those sticks move anymore. Now I'm going to select both pieces and align them so that the box is at, this edge and the center. Now it's exactly where I want it. My final step is to group those two together, and that makes my cutout. There it is, one piece complete, the exact size I drew it is now in TinkerCAD, and it's the exact size that the 3D printer will make it. It's actually the same size as I drew on my paper.